associate beauty with like makeup and putting a lot of makeup. They think that is beauty, but it's really not. But being beautiful is feeling good about yourself and feeling like, yes, girl, I'm feeling good, I'm looking good for me and not for anyone else.
Even though there's a great sort of movement, no one in the salons is trying to keep up with the times and keep up with more natural products versus using chemicals. No one is looking into the studies of how relaxer literally burns through tin.
You never see a black woman on TV running or, you know, at the gym or Quintengi, so that has to do with a healthy lifestyle. You always see us in an ad, in a queue for a loan.
So I used to like look for different, like, is foundation is fine, whatever I could find. Kind of lip gloss, the tin. So at school, I was always trying my best to look nice, the tin. And then I would always have this foundation on my face.
I've never like been skinny. Izinto ezikhoyo for abantu ababig ezivenkileni zizinto ezimbi. Qomba hayi ndilento. But ngofuna sinxibe lento.
It was so rare that we saw images of beauty that had hair that was the same as our texture. So, you know, if it wasn't sort of a political movement afro, if it wasn't a Mam Miriam Makeba afro, endly Nigini, they would compliment, oh, you have such nice skin and you have such nice this, but never ever has anyone said you have such nice hair.
My name is Aluve Mbuza. I was born in Umtata, raised a bit in Umtata.
Okay, my name is Naso Mbuza. She's my sister. Also born in Umtata.
Igama lami nguVisisa Jafta, apha eBhayi. The fashion designer.
The international hair market is worth like $9.6 billion a year. Like, what is it that drives the industry to be so successful and make so much money? But then how is it that the women that are consuming it the most aren't the ones that are the key players in owning it? What's going on, guys? Why is it the beauty industry, do you think, is so successful and makes so much money? As Africans, we need to take charge of our aesthetic, and it's not always about silandeli izinto zakwamanye amazwe, you know. I mean, obviously if something is nice, we like to replicate, but at the same time, funeke yabo sibe nathi nento yethu esikwazi ukuyiqhenya ngayo. And I think that's the beginning of sort of sowing the seeds of self-love and self-appreciation and loving yourself in your most authentic form. Like over the years of doing my own hair, I've found things that work really well, and you do your research and you find things that work for other people than certain types of hair, and eventually over time I sort of got to this perfect combination. Yeah, decided to make it a business venture. My identity became largely based on, am I pretty enough? You know, am I attractive enough? And you know, and it starts kancane kancane. Gama lami uZembelo wakandaba. Oh, ekhaya iSolundi, deep in the heart of KZN, down the road from Kandla. But ngafunda showe, and then moved to England, and then now sesibuyele ekhaya sengihlala apha eBhayi. I want to reach women. I want to, because of my own battles with my self-esteem and my sense of self-worth, and because I know how much, you know, it made me do things that when I look back, I'm just like, what the hell, you know, and these things would have been avoidable had I just had a little bit of love for myself. Do you know what I mean? Had I not needed to get validation from other people. Like, mongalincengi uthando lomunye umuntu uyazi ukuthi impilo imnandi kanjani, yabo. So I'm interested to find out with each of you, how did you get to where you are in your journey?
Wake up and I try to go running as early as possible before my brain realizes what I'm doing and tries to stop me.
And I'll be like, oh no, V, it's too early. Oh no, V, you're late. So I try to get out the house as quickly as possible.
I put on lipstick before I go running because it's a confidence booster, you know?
Beauty plays a big role in anyone's identity, whether you're male, female, black, purple. But when it comes to African women, it's because our image and our the way we look has been politicized and has been, the subject of so much.
Yeah, men have always sexualized the female body, the black female body.
Those are supposed the things that we internalize, even though we don't understand. I mean, look at Sarah Batman, and look at in terms of when it comes to slavery and just as a way of dehumanizing people.
My weight, I'm really struggling. I've always struggled. I've never been comfortable with it being big. That's why I've decided now, no, I'm making a change. So I really like to, be healthier and fitter. That's what I would change. I'm changing it. So I generally try to have breakfast with fiber. I love oats, and oats is really good for you. Last year actually was realized I'm wrong because I was walking quite a lot. I got a cool so I'm gonna die young. I've tried banting. I've always been in different diets every time. I'm drinking lots of tea, green tea. I exercise. I try to be consistent 3 times a week. My biggest barrier is discipline, It's my head, my own self. That's my biggest barrier. My arms. You see, that's why I made this to cover, because I'm self-conscious about them. Bye-bye is closer.
And it's, I don't even think we can blame anybody else but ourselves, so that when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror and we're comparing ourselves to the standard of beauty, we're like, shuthi mina angimuhle ngoba anginayo lento lena abathi yinhle.
Ndakhumbula, and that was because of utyeba nangoko. And then umakazi wam nodaba wam, they used to always tell me bana susu no. Every time even my mom sometimes, it's like, yo, awusetyebe sisi, so awuzochata njani. I'm like, ngenaphi ndechata notyeba kwam. They really put my self-confidence down that time. My cousin, she's tall and skinny, and that's another perspective of beauty. Isn't the solution? Umila kahle plus yellow bone. I don't think in they're really concerned about your inner beauty coming out from within. Ngapha la ngapha, the expectations. It
clearly is a very deep cultural thing, because media is one thing, but I find that it's a more personal thing. As in emakaya, when as the mother, what are you saying to people? Why aren't you going, my baby is beautiful as she is?
Studying fashion last year, there was you do like model clothes, right? And it's 32. You do a size 32. And then that was a barrier for me. It was like, I'd like to wear my clothes that I'm making. Izinto ezikhoyo for abantu ababig ezivenkileni. Zizinto ezimbi. Komba imbi lento. But ngofuna sinxibe lento. So esiyisizathu esiqoma umuntu makazenzele ngoku izinto zakhe, because ezivenkile ngoku there's a department for plus size. Then you feel like, oh man, department yabantu abatyebileyo, and you feel some sort of way, you know?
They've groomed us to make us feel not enough from a young age. So the minute you are able, the minute you're able to buy something, you want to make yourself better. You want to make yourself look better,
look the part,
feel better, whatever it is that you're doing.
And look at all the diets that are out there, and the fads, and it's not use this so that you're healthier. It's use this so that you're skinnier. It's not sort of speaking to the fundamental values of like well-being and health. It's all very superficial.
Like women that try to lose weight are generally not open about it. They exercise in secret and want to come out and be like, yes, look at me now.
People get stares when they're running, so they might as well look at you for good reasons, because your top is nice or your leggings are nice that you're running with. So
when you go to the shops, the gym wear clothes shops, you find things that are extra large, but they're really tight. There's not really something for the plus size people that are, trying to lose weight. So I decided, you know what, I can make these things. I'm just going to do a full-figured thing for black women.
Oh, it's normal. Women worry about their weight kind of thing, and nobody really knows how deep it goes. Change is difficult, guys. No matter how easy it is, change is not, and you have to work for change if you want something done. No matter how huge it feels like it is, you go and you make something work. As African women, I think is the best way, Uti, or just start looking after yourself, start loving yourself, start somewhere. My problem with the whole idea of beauty, like basically what I mean is, just because I have weave doesn't mean I'm superficial. Just because I wear makeup doesn't mean I don't love myself the way I am. Just because I have an afro doesn't mean I'm so secure with myself. People need to stop trying to assign their idea of what a certain thing means to your life. I suppose this is what the whole question of beauty is. My beauty is not your idea of beauty, and all that matters is how you feel about yourself, This was like back in the days when social media really wasn't about, getting thousands of likes and stuff. It was, just about sharing your pictures with your friends. And yeah, now I can see that a lot of people are sort of doing the most for social media posts and likes and stuff. I mean, back then we were happy with 2 likes,
was Facebook, so we'd post on Facebook. Then Instagram. Then on Instagram we see like all these girls from overseas. They were posting their clothes, their face beats, their whatever. However they were dressing there, we'd do it in person. And people would always ask us, what? Like how? Like your eyebrows is this. What do you guys do? What do you guys do? And we literally, it's influenced just from our phones.
I don't know what I used to do before pouting became a fashion.
My thing is the smiles. Like that's my go-to.
It's all in the eyes, intensity of the eyes.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
Our mom used to take pictures of us. She used to dress us up and just like together, and she'd be like, So she used to do that for us when we were like 7. Then she would always I would do the makeup and just do my face, and then she would be like, okay, you must wear this top, and she would like rip things because she's like the fashionista between the two of us. She would rip things and be like, okay, here's a crop top.
No. Didn't you think? Pants. And then button it up, then wear this on top and flare pads. Can you vule? Vule. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And then she would take pictures of it, use our grand's camera to take our pictures. And then she started a blog, and it actually did so well.
When people see our Instagram, people just perceive that type of look as, you know, stay away or ganye.
Or that you think you're better. If you look put together and you look like a picture, sort of. Yeah. People think like you are not human. They can't touch you. They can't be real with you.
The biggest pressure was now keeping that up, and every week upping your game, every week getting harder, because the problem with the whole image thing is it's competitive, and even though you don't realize you're doing it, this week you want to be, you know, a 5, then next week you want to be a 6. That's just how it works. So it's just a hole that never gets filled, because for every person you think you're prettier than, there's always like 10 people prettier than you. So yeah.
I know, like if my face is not done, or if I don't look a certain way, like if I don't dress well or nicely, for me, whatever that is for you. But if I don't feel like I'm beat and I don't have like all my things that I beautify myself with, I definitely feel that I don't get the same reception. And I remember thinking the one time, Chinilo says, if then hot, like if my face was done and I was dressed like in my nice clothes, you know.
Frankie, can they not be too thin? Eh?
No problem.
I would never cry.
What's so much she's crying?
Okay.
It's not that.
How do I look?
I wasn't always like the prettiest kid, but it didn't matter. I was wrong. There was nothing missing. Then I moved to England. So I got there and I realized, guys, this is a whole different ball game. Eventually, you know, a couple months later, I'm now this transformed individual. And at that time, you don't realize exactly like how much detriment that has. Like accepting Uguti, who I am, is not good enough, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to fit in. It literally went from just putting on some eyeliner to never being able to leave my house if I didn't have weave on. And literally all that mattered to me was that people thought I was hot. This is my story. This is why I'm here. And it's not to say that there's a problem with makeup and weave, but it is the way that I was using it.
I enjoy makeup. I enjoy beauty, looking after myself, making myself feel great, whatever it is that I'm doing. But I will say that my main thing that I love would be makeup, right? So it's actually funny. The way that I came about makeup wasn't necessarily like I found it and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, this and that. I used it as a mask at first because I had really bad skin and I had all these acne marks. And I think I was around grade 6, that's 12 years old, when I first discovered that I could use foundation to cover my face. I would always go to school with like a little bit of concealer on, some powder, and then, yeah, I had to. Like I felt that I had to. At the time, I really felt that I had to. For me, I discovered makeup out of like trying to fix myself. First year, I was at Res, and I remember we were woken up at 3 o'clock every morning as first years. Yeah. I would go to bed at around 12. I would stay up, make sure I'm up, go to bed at 12 with my face made up, and I would sleep like this. Yeah, literally. I would sleep on my bed like this. And then I would hear, wake up in the morning. Just go, I'm done. I am ready. I would just brush my weave, get up. I'm in my PJs, but my face is beat.
Makeup was always one of those things, like you're going to walk up the road to the shop. You want to start from scratch. Usufaka my eyeliner, usufaka my foundation. Like, sonke nje sasingakwazi ukuvela siphume endlini sinje like kufuna ukuqala phansi. If somebody says they down the road bazosivakashela, it's another stress manje. We're fighting for the bathroom because we need to make sure our eyebrows are in check, we need to make sure the lip gloss is in check. And you know, when I look back now, I mean, it's funny, and I'm glad ukuthi sesikhulile, but before anything else, the first thing oyicabangayo is essentially what does the package look like?
So for me, if my makeup is not done, I feel horrible. And now that my skin's getting better, what I can't leave the house without doing is my eyebrows. I just can't. If I don't do my eyebrows, I will just, I can't do anything. But I'm trying to challenge myself every day to stop having that crutch. Last year, I went through a phase where I was like, let me try and detach myself a little bit from the makeup and stuff, because it wasn't a healthy relationship anymore. Yeah. It wasn't like a thing of, oh, I just want to look nice today. I want to look, you know, I want to feel like this. Or it was more of, I'm trying to hide. My self-esteem is not where it should be. Especially as the type of person that I portray myself. When you look at me, some people will think I'm like confident, and I'm put together, I'm fine, you know.
A lot of women go through this. I know whether or not they want to admit it. A lot of women, because even just, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror as you remove your makeup, you literally go from on top of the world, feeling so sexy, coming from a night out, everybody was on your case, and then all of a sudden it's like, ugh, back to ugly, boring old me. Like,
because the most beautiful person will think the worst of themselves, and it's not because of how they look, it's how they feel inside, how they define their beauty. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but and I'm still going through that journey as well.
For myself, before I go outside, I have a ritual where I stand in the mirror and I tell myself, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Beautiful, go get them. You're beautiful. You know, with makeup, with makeup, without makeup. So I feel good inside, you know. And then I go outside, and then it depends on how I feel, not to how I look, and how I approach people, you know. And that's how they treat me, not with the way if I put makeup on or if I don't put makeup on. But I feel extra when I put makeup on, you know, and I act extra, like, hey, what's your home?
We're all struggling with trying to piece the pieces of what makes us beautiful and what we think makes us beautiful and what we actually do to make ourselves look beautiful. And I also think that no one's perfect, man. We're all trying to figure this out. So
figure this life thing out.
Yeah, we're all trying to figure it out. We're all trying to figure out what it is that makes us black, what it is that makes us beautiful, what it is that makes us feel good. I don't think anyone can stand and say, I've got it figured out. Yeah. I know everything about myself. I know what I think. I know you know. So I would like people to just take away the fact that we're trying our best and we shouldn't be as hard as we are on ourselves. Yeah.
On social media though, sometimes people will be posting their, you know, it's bejeje and stuff. I'm like, hey, it's bejeje, Moses, you know. But, and then I feel like you don't need to do that on social media, because, you know, if we're gonna compare, like the skinny girls do it. No, the skinny girls do it, and they go out and wear a crop top at the end of the day. But when especially just like wear skuma classes doing, I was busy. So I was busy and then with social media, I was busy with real life.
I found on social media there's a lot of fakeness when it comes to makeup and beauty. Don't post a picture and then use all these apps to make you look a certain way when you don't.
It's the parents' duty
I was
to
gonna
teach
say,
this child
don't put
that
that
you
responsibility on me.
Listen, my child.
So where are these people gonna come from in households sitting the child down going, Mtanam, oh Kim Kardashian, he contouring.
They played badly.
They played us, girl.
Because I'm not, I feel like the beauty in a worldview is, you know, a white woman. When you see like a healthy fitness and lifestyle thing, the woman is already skinny. They don't put out the reality about sityebile. Naxa ubona ubaleka phaya estratweni uyajongwa ba okay. Usidudla, chesa sidudla. We found a gym, a Lillian Goyi. It is intense. It's like a Taibo thing. And gone by Tata like into serious in Batlabo Jima. But abanye banxibe nje izikipa ne-tights nje ne-teki. So and bona ne abazophuma estradweni bayobaleka. So kubo aso into yoba okay funeka nibe stylish ndithini. You never see a black woman on TV running or, you know, at the gym. It's part of the reason that I want to make, you know, plus size fitness wear, you know, and I'm gonna make it like affordable, so it's in reach for, you know, people that are trying to change their lives.
Globally, i-relationship yomuntu wesifazane kakhulukazi wom-Africa ney'nwele zakhe is such a crazy one, because we grow up being told ukuthi zimbi iy'nwele zethu, funeke i-relaxwe, and all these things come with so much pain, but no one thinks anything of it. We just think it's a burden we have to bear because that I started realizing, okay, if mina ngifuna ukwenza something about the state of the African woman and her identity and the relationship with herself, based on the things that I've gone through, because how much money do we spend on hair, and how much time and effort and strife do we spend on our hair? So that's a great way to start. Stop talking to people and having people touch my hair. Obviously at first abantu were like, touch your hair, because black women don't normally like their hair touched, and I do hope it sparks a conversation, even with people that aren't necessarily on a natural hair journey. It sparks a conversation. Okay, fine guys, and we can start looking after ourselves, we can start looking after our hair.
I really love what you guys are doing, and I think it's amazing.
Inspiring.
Yeah, very, very inspiring. We met this girl, this woman, amazing woman called Connie. And she owns a makeup company. Well, right now she's doing lipsticks, right?
We are meeting a beautiful black woman who's a business entrepreneur.
South African
company. Yeah, so we're excited to meet her.
So I wrote to this event that was happening for Women's Month, and I said, can I please come and talk? So I went and talked, and they were talking about female empowerment, and I don't like these vague answers when people go, yeah, we must empower women, but what does that mean? What does that actually mean? Yes. And I guess when I went on stage, I said, really, women empowerment is putting money in a woman's pocket. That's what women empowerment. You can tell me I'm pretty all day, but if I'm broke, I don't feel pretty. You know what I mean? So I said I really would like to see more women create products that we consume. I would like to see more South African brands, like local women creating South African makeup brands. Makeup is about to blow up.
Yeah.
It's about to blow up.
Very nice to hear from a black business owner, entrepreneur who does makeup. I mean, she's
empowering other women who might not wear makeup or who are interested in makeup.
It's very inspiring to listen to a woman that took a chance and said, I'm black and I'm gonna have a black-owned makeup business. So refreshed.
Ourselves, to grow ourselves, to challenge ourselves, bigger, to think more. Because what does it even mean to have a makeup company, a lipstick product? What? It's so far-fetched, especially in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're all here, and it's it's a different aspects of beauty. Yeah. But it show we clearly all have sort of personal challenges that have led us here, and it's all sort of somehow linked to self-esteem.
You guys, I feel like we can work together.
It needs to be visual, people need to see it for them to understand that it's happening, kind of thing. So yes, on that note, guys, let's do something.
Let's do a pop-up shop, You guys have a great following on Instagram and everywhere, social platforms, right?
Have you got your line?
I've started with, I've tested this on myself. An outfit that I use to go out running, and it's got great reception. So I'm doing that. Maybe I can make a startup kit, and see how it goes. And then maybe we can set up something. You guys can do your makeup thing. Yeah. Imagine, you know what I do?
Tutorial type of
because people need to learn how to do their eyebrows. Because guys, people are suffering out here.
And it makes you more confident. I put on lipstick when I go running. It makes me go further.
Really does.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay, that's you. That's you. Yeah, good.
Because a lot of the time inkinga zethu sicabangela zona sodwa, ngisho lezi zinto esikhuluma nazo nabangani bethu like kuningi esingakusho like kakhulukazi the internal struggles. Aluve ukuthi yena as much as she's still going through and she's challenging herself every day and she's not yet where she wants to be, simultaneously she's in a place where she's able to affect change in others. So she didn't wait until she got perfect. Fana Novisisa, she didn't wait until she got perfectly skinny or perfectly perfect in ngqondweni yakhe ukuthi ena esebenzise lezi zinto that she has gone through in order to help somebody else. And I see a lot of myself in these girls, and it's been just so beautiful.
Growing up, my parents, they didn't have money to get us whatever we wanted. I always wanted to make my own stuff, you know, and I've always been a trendsetter. Because the area in Makalane, people used to look at me and what I'm wearing, and I used to notice that. That's another reason I chose fashion, because it plays a big role in empowering people and like women to feel good. Confidence, comfortability, and style. I'm not while I'm busy, you know, gymming and stuff.
It tights in it. As high-waisted because the Susan's cool and the finishes are sauna and then top. Very comfortable for ballet because ballet is struggling with joints, so it's very comfortable, funky also for ballet. It's breathable, and it's edgy. What I like about it is it's edgy. It goes in with the name of my brand, VJJ's Jungle, so the edge. It's see-through, so it's for like potential customers for.
Once again.
Well, what I'm doing is on a smaller scale, because I remember growing up, we didn't like grow up in the best upbringing, right? Yeah, now so you didn't really have like reassuring mother who told you, oh, then I'm out 10 all the time. So you didn't hear that all the time. So every time I do someone's makeup, I always make it a point to tell them, wow, you have such beautiful skin. Your eyebrows are great. Your bone structure is amazing. So for me, it's more of a self-esteem thing that I try to instill in everyone that I meet, everyone that I talk to. So I always try to make other women feel better. I'm not crying, girl. I'm not crying. I'm not going to cry this time. But Tina, we go through so much to I think it's reclaiming our blackness, man. We're trying to reassure ourselves, to try and unlearn what we've been told. So the more you speak, the more you say it, the more you believe it. Yeah. So we're just trying to unshackle. So how better to unshackle than to rip them off, roaring, shouting, saying, I'm this, you know? Our story is literally a testimony. Literally, our life is a testimony, because we've been through the most, but we've stuck together. We've done so much, and people would never know. Yeah. But we want to, in our work, stop just taking like cute pictures and stuff, but tell real stories that matter. Something that a little girl who's watching will be like, oh my gosh, I'm going through that. And I'm crying again.
And on what you're saying, actually, wanna create a movement, wanna create something with substance that will inspire that little girl, as Lalini, to say, Chini, you know, as Lalini, I mustn't think that my dream of being, I don't know, fashion designer is impossible just because of where I come from.
Okay, kululungi ufumana tight. Ati top. My man's a balagan galendo. Is crop top, don't my hair. As in against a banana asebe pikila kakatemos. Anizokwazi mina upethu westrateni nesusa wesikhulu sanaqoma okay ngakwazi ukwenza impahla mandenza impahla zojima and for abantu abatyebileyo abafuna you know ba fit. So ngiqoma okay no ndazama uzenzela itope 1 le ndinxibileyo ngoku. Qoma manje iyasebenza moslen. So ngoku ndenza impahla zojima for abantu abatyebileyo ezinhle. Unganxibi ingxopha estratweni uzawujongwa worse, jongo laba umhle better noba ujonge ba unxibe into engekhoyo. You know, so ndenza ngolonto ngoku.
The date's finally arrived. You don't understand. I woke up with palpitations today, the adrenaline, the nerves. We're at Pinchos, which is like, as you can see, just beautiful vibe, beautiful venue. Celebrating our hair, learning, how to look after it, meeting fellow naturalistas, and just, you know, just enjoying a beautiful PE day. We have a JJ's Jungle. She's gonna be exhibiting her line of sports gym wear for plus size. Okay. Nasa and sister are gonna be doing tutorials for their makeup and stuff. And obviously, it goes really nice hand in hand with the look after your hair, learn how to beat your face, and you know, get some gym gear to get your body in check. You know, so it's gonna be like a nice sort of symbiosis today.
Oh my gosh, my dad would be so happy that I'm finally doing this now. So she's doing her vlog and it's doing so well, and I think he'd be so happy that finally we're doing something that fulfills us and we're good at it, something that we're good at.
And he also used to say about in life he never really got to do what fulfills him as a person.
Yeah.
So with us doing this, he'd just feel.
He had a camera, actually. He just bought a Canon, and he used it just like for family functions and stuff like that. And wow, sis, no more crying. And I would always like be around him and like take pictures with him and do stuff. And he would always talk about how much he would have loved to do cinematography when he was younger. But he couldn't because he had to be academic, he had to work hard, he had to, you know, at the time, you didn't really have that many opportunities. So he pushed us so much to do things and to do things that fulfill us. So I think he would be so proud.
It really would be proud.
I enjoyed the aesthetics, the makeup artists, because I've got brow problems. They're very, very lovely, very natural looks that they're giving us, and that's something that's not too made up, and something that I can use on my day-to-day because I'm a working mom, so I want to look pretty, but I don't have hours to spend in front of the mirror and do up my face. So it's quite nice to see some people that can give you the tips that you need to go out there and conquer the world. I also liked the JJ design because I'm also on a mission on weight loss and trying to get stuff that fits, looks nice, and it keeps you motivated to go get, you know, healthy and get yourself into that better space. So overall, it was a lovely afternoon, well spent in great company, with great exhibitors and great content. I had a ball.
You try to change like the lifestyle. You shift the lifestyle, and you tell them, yeah, you know, be, you know, confident in who you are, but remember that you cholesterol, you know, heart don't everything, you know, and you try to be like, okay, let's do it. You look stylish while doing your thing. You have a community of women also going through the same thing and, you know, doing it together. Those are the pros and cons where you feel confused now, where, hey, why are you not embracing your fitness? Why do you think it's wrong? And it's a health thing, you know?
Just meeting the amazing girls that we met in the docu, and it's just so empowering just to hear their story and just to hear people that are like-minded, you know, that are young, that are doing so much, have got so much drive. Like it's very interesting and it's very inspiring.
That are black.
That are black, young and black and talented.
Women,
yeah.
You know, the JJ, it's a weight thing. I've been through that. The other girls, it's a makeup thing. Do you know what I mean? I've been through that. And we've all gotten to a point where the issue isn't the thing we thought was the issue in the first place. The issue is us and finding a place where we love ourselves. And it's just been so nice to celebrate myself with somebody else that's been through the experience. And it's just because umuntu looks like they unapproachable because they got makeup and weave on does not mean that that's what it is. Like, girls that wear makeup and 20 inches of weave are really nice girls too, and just because I have natural hair doesn't make me the nicest person in the world. Like, can we just stop with the expectations of people just based on the outside? Because get to know somebody first, it won't hurt you. And if you're not trying to get to know them, stop trying to judge them, you know, easy peasy.